this is Paul. Freedom. Various meanings of the term freedom center around three main themes. The first is the possibility of the subject to act as he will to satisfy his tendencies, aspirations, and the like, freedom of action as opposed to constraint, servitude, etc. Civil and political liberties, etc. The second is the power of self determination without any necessitation in willing, if only from pressures of a nature slightly distinct from the ego, freedom of willing, free will, as opposed to necessity. Now, the third is the fulfillment of the reasoning subject to by the internal domination of reason, of superior motivations over feelings and over inferior motivations, rational freedom. This article sketches the historical development of the various notions of freedom. Then presents a systematic analysis of topics relating to freedom that are of particular interest to Catholics. Now, this freedom that I don't have, yes, because of your fraud of court orders, yes, this freedom I can't get right now because you refuse to acknowledge the right to myself as a father, yeah. And then there's that Maryland, my intellectual freedom, yes, my spiritual freedom, pooh. There's this group of individuals that don't like freedom of religion. Now, how much you get paid? How does a welfare mother get a look-alike to appear in court and sit on the witness stand? Yes. And act the part of Heidi Lee Budnick when they're not? Yes. How does a welfare mom get somebody to sign a court order where it's not her actual signature? And how does a welfare mom get a court? Yes. To issue a court order that doesn't require the welfare mom's signature? Yes. Can you tell me, Brent? Yes, right now. How is it possible? Yes. That you as a court did not require the same obligations of a welfare recipient that you required of all the others? Yes. Now, I know after 20 court hearings where she did appear in court, my wife is special. I didn't know that. We were married for 10 years. Yes. We had 5 sons together. Stepfather of a blind daughter. Yes. Moved to Vancouver. Yes. Did the best I could as a father. We moved to Guam together. Yes. We lived together for 10 years. We slept in the same bed for 10 years. Yes. How was it possible right now? You mean there's some rich people that don't like me? You don't want to buy what I have to sell. Pooch! These emperors, they had relationships with popes. It was called the Holy Roman Empire. Yes. And as much as I might want to be holy, because I do, yes, I'm also one of these that would like to see you put in prison. And for the United States to refuse to enforce the laws of this nation because of how special you are, Judge, yes, is a bunch of hooey. Yes. Now, I want you in prison. I want you in prison right now. I want you in prison. I want you all in prison. Now, some very powerful people, yes, abused their power. And they made a decision that I wasn't going to be able to father my own sons. Yes. Because of their power and their authority, yes, they decided to use a welfare recipient, a homeless woman, yes, to plan their great global takeover. Yes. Because you're going to make shows using the brains of people. Right. Well, I'll tell you right now, okay, you're not using the brains.